All right, welcome back to LearnWire. So this is day 2 of our Pinterest project. And so I've already done a couple things. I'm not going to bore you with some of the setup of the website, but I will show you what I've kind of done so far. So remember when we go back into Claude, when we had all these subcategories that we created, we used all these different prompts. Here's basically, I'm using Claude a lot to help me organize the site, come up with categories, come up with subcategories, and just really help me with the website description and stuff. I mean, it's just so much easier to create websites, not even just with blasting it with AI articles, but really just the setup of a website. It really helps you with brainstorming and the ideation of, what you're going to do with setting up the site and the structure. So what we did was I needed to set up these subcategories that are going to fit under the parent category, which is keto recipes, right? So we'll go back into the site real quick and I'll show you. What I did was I went over here into posts and then we went into categories and we went and set up all these categories right here. I'll probably get rid of this blogging one. That one just came with the default setup, but I'll go ahead and probably remove that one. So you can see all these main categories that we'll be putting a lot of articles in at some point. But the main focus of the site right now to get things rolling and where the most of the content's going to live is going to be under this parent category right over here. And it's called keto recipes and everything underneath that, right? So everything with a line right here is actually underneath the parent category, right? So if I click on that, it's under the parent category keto recipes. Okay. So we'll come back over here. So all these right over here are under keto recipe. We have keto desserts, keto breakfast recipes, keto bread and baked goods, keto appetizers and party foods, keto side dishes, keto smoothies, keto snacks, keto soups and stews, and quick and easy keto meals. And that's just getting started. There'll have to be some, I'll have to figure out when we have very specific things, when they don't fit in one of those categories, we'll have to figure out what we're going to do with it. But now what we need to do is we need to take all this information right over here and we need to come up with a game plan. Okay. So we have all these, detailed subcategories, and then we also have the parent categories as well. So I need to come up with something in Claude that's going to help us with our keyword research. So I'm going to go back over here and I'm going to say considering. Okay, so we have our prompt right here. So considering all the parent main categories and the subcategories, I need you to analyze the pasted keywords and assign them to the most relevant or appropriate category. If it falls under the main category keto recipes, you need to select the subcategory that it should go in. Return the info in a table format with column A as the keyword and column B is the assigned keyword. Okay, so there's our prompt. We need our keywords now. So we're going to go back over here to pin clicks. There'll be a link in the description for you to go and try out PinClicks for 5 days for a free trial. Essentially, I went into the keyword research section over here. I typed in keto, and we have all these keywords right here. And remember, a lot of these keywords, we gathered the main categories for these as well. So we're going to bypass any of the main categories. So I need to come back over here, ignore any keywords on this list if they are the main or subcategories. So we'll come back over here. I'm going to go ahead and export this list right here. All right, I need to go back into keyword research real quick and keto and push enter. I don't know if I need to select all of them. Let's see right here. Actually, if you click that, it doesn't select them all anyways. So I'm going to go ahead and push the export button and see what ends up happening. Okay, we've got that exported. Let's go see if we can open that up and see what it looks like. It does have 344 keywords right there, so that's cool. And what we'll do is we'll just go like this, and we'll do shift and down. We'll grab all these. We'll copy these we'll go back into Claude real quick, and then we'll paste this in and we'll see what it can do for us. So we've pasted that in there. We've got our prompt right here, and we'll push enter and see if it can run this for these 300 keywords for us. Remember back in the day, a year and a half ago or whatever, when ChatGPT first got started and it couldn't handle even tasks like this. It couldn't do more than about 50 to 75 like words, processes at a time. It's pretty crazy to think how far along these large language models have come. So again, here is exactly what we wanted, right? So keto diet for beginners, keto for beginners, right? So I don't think, here's a table with the keywords assigned to the most relevant categories for keywords under keyword keto recipes, I've assigned them to the appropriate subcategory. So we do have, so like keto recipes. So there it is right there. So it's telling us to go to keto soups and stews. So it did follow what we wanted it to do, with the exception of like right here, keto diet for beginners. It's telling us, I guess we're going to write an article on that and make some pins, and it wants us to put it in keto for beginners. So it just wants us to write an overall article on that, which is, I guess that'll work. And so what I want to do is now I want to copy this. I'm not sure what this is going to look like when we actually paste it over to, and it didn't finish right there. So I guess we'll see. I'm going to go ahead and copy this. We'll go into an Excel spreadsheet, a different one that we have over here. And let's see, fingers crossed that it will paste over. Actually, it did paste over pretty well. And it looks like it was able to do 180 keywords for us. Not bad. We've got a really good start right here. We'll have to dissect it further to see which ones it missed and which ones that it skipped. You could also run through this and just grab maybe 100 keywords at a time. I'm going to run with this because this gives us a really good start with 187. I'm also going to be able to, the reason why I like Excel is that it just does better with filtering and adding conditional formatting when we want to highlight any duplicates. It's actually kind of hard to do that in Google Sheets. So both programs have their advantages and disadvantages, but I'm going to go ahead and just use Excel. And so we're going to go right here, and I'm going to go ahead and remove these real quick. So we'll delete these. And then what I'll do is I'll just highlight column A, and then I'll go over here into, I think it's data, and then we'll go into text to columns, and then we'll go into right here. And we'll just say, I think it already recognized it. So we'll say finish right there. And then what we'll do, actually I need to do an undo right there. And I'm going to select the limited right now. And I'm going to select the other. And then I'm going to put in the long bracket right there like so. And then I'm going to say finish. And then it's going to break up our content. We'll be able to get rid of column A real quick. So delete and double click there, and get rid of column. So there's a little bit of cleanup. It's useful to know this kind of stuff though. And then now look at our plan, like, right? How fast we were able to do this. Like this is game changing right here. To have a full website plan, exactly what I want to create content on, exactly what the category is going to be assigned. Let me zoom in for you guys. So this tells us exactly what category we need to put these in: keto desserts, so keto chocolate chip cookies, keto apple pie. I mean, it is very intelligent, the AI right here. It's selecting the right stuff. We can come down here. Most of this is keto recipes, which is great. And it's choosing, keto recipes, keto soups and stews, right? And we've got all these keto to tortilla chips. So keto recipes, keto snacks, right? So it's getting this stuff done. Keto tortillas goes under keto bread and baked goods because tortillas are basically bread. It's flour. The keto Thanksgiving recipes, it goes under seasonal and holiday keto. It did a really, really great job for us. So now we have right here 185 articles to write. There's Keto UK, obviously. Sift through this as well. Give it a little manual touch and go ahead and remove anything that you don't want to create. And then basically what we'll be able to do is we'll come over here and we'll just say article published, right? And then right over here we will say Pinterest pin. Let's see, and I'm going to decide how many Pinterest pins I want created for each. It might be like 5, and then it's going to be like 185 times 5. So that would be 925. I'm thinking that we want even more than that. And then if we did 10, that would be 2,000. So you'll want to do a calculation on that, but because for each one of these, we want to create a lot of Pinterest pins, some custom Pinterest pins. So Pinterest pins, I'm just going to say something like create, and this would be a note for my VA. Pinterest pins created right there. I might do a rename right here and just say something like content plan. And then maybe over here, I'm going to rename this and say instructions. And I'm going to take this other here because it starts getting a little, it could be confusing. And so I'm just going to put this over here for now. Okay. Before I actually assign this. Okay. So this is basically what our structure looks like. We already know exactly what we want to write on. I might do something like keto alcohol drinks. We're going to come up with a prompt that's going to make a better, catchy viral type title that we'll rewrite these, and we'll probably put the title in over here as well. And so the video's getting too long right now. So we've got our content plan right here. We're ready to go and start creating content, but I will go ahead and create another video to show kind of how we're going to create some better engaging titles and so forth for this. But this will get you by for these steps right here to come out with a game plan. Obviously, you're going to go and do your research. You're probably not going to be in this niche. You're going to be picking something else. There's all kinds of, several thousand niches that you could pick from on Pinterest. This is going to be a really fun test. Here in the next day or two, we'll actually start writing content using Koala for our articles. All right. So join me. Make sure to subscribe so you can stay up with me, stay up to date with where I'm at on this project. We'll talk to you soon.